chin-tucked boxing, baby.
Yep, man, it's fight time, man. It's David Benavides versus Boo Boo Andrade, man. This is a fight I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to, man. The more I did film study, the more I look forward to the fight, for real, for real. The more I see why it's a 50-50 fight in a lot of professionals' eyes, and why a lot of people are actually picking Boo Boo for the upset. But I can also see why people picking David Benavides for a pretty much a whitewash, man. You seen anything in Boo Boo Andrade that got you feeling like it's a real competitive fight? Are you on the fence saying that David Benavides is gonna just run over this dude, man?
No, I can see it being a competitive fight. I think Boo Boo got a lot of technical skills that's going to give David Benavides a lot of problems in this fight, man. He can move his feet. He know how to box. If you go back and watch the rail fight, the plant fight, they was giving Benavides a lot of problems when they weren't being still. It was landing punches, moving. The problem is, can you keep it up for 12 rounds? And that's what David Benavides relies on. He relies on just coming forward, and mentally breaking you down and wearing you out, and to the point you get mentally as well as physically fatigued. So that's going to be one of the biggest factors in this fight for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think the work rate of Benavides, the punch output he going to do, is going to be pretty much his saving grace. I thought a lot of people are picking David Benavides by stoppage because of that, and saying his work rate and everything. But a lot of people also saying that they don't know who Boo Boo Andrade is. I got people saying, hey, Boo Boo Andrade, call him Boo Boo Marmalade. They say they don't know who the fuck he is, man. They're trying to say that he kind of the same thing they said with Terrence Crawford, where his resume is lackluster. His best fight today is the Manarosian fight, and that was over 10 years ago, about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
that's the level of competition Andrade been fighting. A lot of people are saying that people were ducking him. A lot of people are saying that he was ducking smoke. I mean, that's also to be debated. But my opinion, I think it's a little bit of both. I think he was both, ducking smoke at the same time. He was being avoided because of his style, So I actually like applaud David Benavides for taking this fight, because he could have took an easier fight, man. He could have had an easier route and still got that payday with Canelo, bro. No, he didn't really need this fight for Canelo.
Now, I will say in this fight, one of the big factors that I have to pay close attention to is the weight. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be Boo Boo coming from 160 to 168. So his second fight. And and the first fight was, I ain't gonna say nobody.
It'd be on the bottom of the screen. I forgot the guy.
But it wasn't a guy that was, I guess a contender, somebody who's gonna be a real factor at 168. I'm curious how he gonna handle that weight difference from 160 to 168. And can he keep David Benavides off him? Can he handle the weight when he's leaning on him and he's holding him? And can he handle the power that's gonna come from David Benavides? So it's a lot of that's the reason why I favor David Benavides, is because there's a lot of more question marks with Boo Boo that have to be answered. Now, if he answers those questions, this is gonna be an interesting fight, because like Caleb Plant, I think Boo Boo maybe has better stamina than Caleb Plant. So he may not gas out. He may be able to stay on his feet and box and out pinpoint and win eight rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5, and squeeze out a split decision win against David Benavides. So it's gonna be very interesting, man. As well as we're gonna talk about that too, the undercard. But I think it's a lot of interesting factors in that fight too.
Yeah, a lot of interesting fighters, man. I'm curious. Is this gonna be like a Errol Spence Terrence Crawford Part 2, where the more unknown fighter, but he's a boxer, puncher, slick guy, compared to the guy who's more known? He's the relentless, rugged, come forward, combination puncher. Will we have a deja vu moment when it comes to like him just being outboxed, or would it be just the size and the work rate will actually get to him this time? It's like you said, I'm not on the fence per se. To me, it is a 54, maybe 55 to 45 fight to me. I favor Benavides slightly, but like you said, it's too many questions for Boo Boo for me to give full. You know what I'm saying? Full. Yeah, I can't really put money on him. I put some money on him. Don't get me wrong, put some money on him. Okay.
Now, while you're talking about the money, it is interesting, because on the odds, you got it 4-1 for David Benavides, and so you can get 4 times your money if you take Boo Boo straight up. No, it ain't. It's more than that. I think it's 7 times your money if you take Boo Boo straight up. But the factor is, if you take them by method of victory, you can really make out on both sides. Because I think it's a plus on whether you take it either way. I think if you take David Benavides by decision, is like plus 128. I think by knockout is like plus 1. I'm thinking maybe the other way around. Plus 128 for the decision and like plus 194 for knockout. or vice versa. I don't know which one way it is, but if you can figure out how you think David Benavides is gonna win, even though he's a 4-1 favorite, if you think you know how he gonna win, you can make double your money if you can figure out which way it's gonna go. And with your boy Boo Boo, if you can take him anyway straight up, if you think it's gonna be a knockout, which I can't see, or a decision, you can make some good money. So if you can figure that out and you can maybe parlay with the co-main event, you can make a little bit of change that fight.
Yeah, before we got predictions on the solid, I kind of want to put both of them together since the brothers are fighting. You know what I'm saying? David Benavides' older brother, who's the smaller brother, he's fighting Charlo, man, which is a fight that really nobody's seen coming, in my opinion. Everybody thought though big Charlo, Jamal Charlo would have had a Canelo fight, but his brother got that fight. Everybody, I would have seen little Benavides or Jose Benavides fighting his brother, who's a Jamil. But it's the coin flipped differently this time. So a lot of people were actually giving him Benavides' little big brother a shot at beating Jamil because of the inactivity of Jamil. You see that happening, man? You think that the inactivity will overcome the size disadvantage? I think, cause I think Jose is a little small fighting at 160. I think it's in the catch weight at like 162 or something like that. It's not at 168. So do you think that which one you leaning, man? Benavides been busy too, man. He been active. You know, he lost to Danny Garcia recently. He just had another fight which he looked spectacular in, but the guy nobody really know who the guy is. So
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't care how busy he's been. I just can't see him winning this fight. I think he's too small, and I can't get the Danny Garcia fight out of my mind. And then the way that Danny Garcia kind of dominated him at 154, and the way he made it look easy, the way he was able to dance around and even bully him at some points of the fight, I think it's going to be even worse with Charlo. And Charlo got a lot of question marks too. So I understand what they were doing, and they was trying to find a storyline and a name to get him back, get him back up and running, get him back out there to get people remembering the big Charlo again, because he been off the grid so long, people forgot about him. So they said, who can we put in there that we think he can look good and we can get a good build up to the fight? Because I give Benavides that the smaller one, the younger one too. He's the older one, but he's the older one. He's the smaller one. But I give him credit. He know how to sell a fight. He gonna come in there. He gonna talk his shit. He gonna push buttons to get you worked up. But I think that's as far as it's gonna go. I think the press conference is gonna be way more exciting than the actual fight. I want to see how Charlo gonna look, because I need him to dominate to let me know that he back in contention. Then maybe fight Benavides in 1 or 2 more fights. I need to see something out of him. You know what I'm saying? But if he go in here and he struggle with Benavides, with Jose Benavides, and he's struggling and having a hard time, I think that might be it for Charlo. Because this fight for me is more about, do Charlo got anything left in the tank, or because of his outside interferences, is he just on a downward spiral that he just missed his prime because he had so much other stuff going on outside the ring. I think we'll find out more about that than who gonna win the fight, because he can win the fight to me and still not be a loser as far as his marketability for future fights for future fights.
I expect it to be that way though. That's the sad part about it. I think you been out the ring too long. I don't see him coming in here and having a splash against Benavides. I think Benavides is very defensively savvy. He did get outboxed by Danny Garcia, which is surprising. Seeing that Danny Garcia, a lot of people sleep on his boxing skill, but Danny Garcia not known to have fast feet and be able to outbox anybody. But he got outboxed pretty easily by Danny. So I agree with you with that's a bad sign for Jose Benavides. But that ring rust is real, and I think somebody who's been in the ring, has been active, who's also a counter puncher, who has faster hands. I believe he has faster hands than Jamal. So I think somebody who has faster hands, who's been active, who's a counter puncher by nature, who even though he's stationary, he still has lateral good head movement. I think he can make the early rounds especially look real bad for Charlo, because he's gonna be slower. He's inactive. He got ring rust. He might wind up not catching the rhythm in this fight until mid to late, in my opinion.
With this fight, I don't see it happening, but what could happen, because it's some of the same elements in this fight that another fight that would happen earlier in this year is Josh Taylor and Lopez. Josh Taylor, Lopez came up. Everybody saying how big Josh Taylor is. The people saying Josh Taylor would be fighting at 154 or 147. Everybody said he was going to steamroller. He was too big, and his speed and his counterpunching, along with Josh Taylor, having a bad outing and being kind of rested, he never could catch him with Lopez the whole fight. He was just too fast, too quick, too on point, and he was lost the whole fight. So maybe you own to something. Maybe you are on to something.
Yeah, he's not. Benavides is not as athletic. He's not as.
Oh no, he ain't that athletic. No, he ain't that athletic.
Lopez is athletic. It's a motherfucker. A lot of people sleep on Lopez's athleticism. He's very athletic and he has very smart footwork when it comes to his footwork in the pocket. A lot of people sleep on Lopez's footwork. But Benavides has no footwork. He pretty much a stationary target. Like I said, he just has very good head movement, very good upper body movement, and he has really quick hands. He's going to sit in the pocket and throw with him. So if Charlo don't hurt him with a jab early and don't, like you said, push his size early, or if Benavides seems stronger than we expected him to look, you know what I'm saying? He may be strong at that weight. We don't really know for sure. He might wind up being just as strong or slightly less than strong than Charlo. I just don't see it being an early knockout for Charlo, man. I don't see it being a spectacular outer for Charlo. That ring rush is real. I just see him struggling at spots, especially early. I see him possibly getting hurt, you know what I'm saying, in the fight. Not like he's going to stagger it like that, but I see him getting caught some clean shots because of the ring rush and the hand speed.
Over or under? Are we going to see one push in this weigh-in today between those two? If you had to do the over or under, what would you take?
I'm taking over. I think Benavides definitely gonna push. I think somebody gonna put hands on somebody. I just hope they don't land hands on them.
Yeah, don't swing a punch.
Yeah, don't swing a punch. Especially Charlo, man. I'm pretty sure you need this payday, man. You've been out the ring for a minute.
Yeah.
You didn't watch your brother have a big payday with Canelo. You got to get, you know what I'm saying, hop on that boat, man. Yeah, for the Mr. Train. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick the undercard first. In my opinion, I got Charlo winning. Probably by late stoppage. I'm going to maybe 11th or 12th in the stoppage. I think that ring was early going to get to him. He might even be behind on the scorecards when he knock out Benavides, when he stop Benavides. But I see him stopping late. Jose.
I'm gonna say he's not gonna stop him. I don't think he can. I think it's too much ring rust. I think it's gonna be a decision. Huh?
Charlo heavy-handed, bro.
He is heavy-handed, but I think his time is gonna be off. I think he's gonna have a hard time finding David Benavides. Even though he's gonna be, Jose Benavides. Even though he's gonna be right in front of his face, I think he's just not gonna be able to put it together. Then I think he's gonna have stamina issues because he hasn't been in a 12-round fight, and he hasn't had a fight in three years probably.
About 2 years, almost 2 and change.
Yeah, so I just see him gassing out, but I see him having enough to win like 8-4. I don't think it'll be a close fight, but it won't be a convincing win. It won't silence the critics. But I think he'll pull out a decision 8-4.
I can see it going that way as well. All right, but the main event, man, it's gonna break it down, man. I'm gonna go ahead and I go first. I'm gonna say that I see David Benavides struggling early, like he did against Plant. I see him struggle to find Booba Andrade. I think Booba Andrade in that mid range, they're playing Benavides like to fight in. I think he's gonna have his way early with Benavides. I think his athleticism, his hand speed, and the way he switch and change angles by him being a southpaw is going to give Benavides fits early. I think Benavides is going to have to either walk him down and put like chest-to-chest pressure on him, or he's going to have to hit him from long range. Because anything mid-range, until Boo Boo get tired, I see him having his way with Benavides. But he's going to get tired. I think at some point Benavides' pressure is going to break him down. It's going to have him, looking for gas, looking for breaks, and Benavides not giving you no breaks. When you think you're far enough out of range, Benavides had this habit of falling in with his right hand, or he'll fall in with his jab because he's so fucking long. I think Andrade, I think he's gonna have problems with getting far enough out of range to catch his breath, and he's gonna have to constantly fight and keep fighting early, and I think it's gonna wear him down. But I got to possibly go on a split decision. I got to possibly go on a unanimous decision for Benavides, or I can see a late stoppage in that fight as well, between 10 and 12. I can see him stopping Andrade, Mambalade, or whatever his name is. I can see him stopping him. Or, like I said, he could outshine. Maybe he can knock out Benavides early and win and shock the critics. What you think?
No, I can't see that happening. I'm similar to you. I think in the first part of the fight, I think what's gonna come out on fire. I think he's gonna set the tone. Boo Boo has great boxing skills and ring generalship. It's gonna throw him off a little bit, David Benavides, but I think he's gonna stay coming forward. He's gonna work that body. He's gonna wear him down. I think that David Benavides' defense is underrated. I think it's got a lot better through the years. I think one time he was I used to almost compare him to Jared Hurd. he would just walk forward. He would catch, one or two to give you 4 or 5. And I didn't like that, but I seen he's got a lot of better defensively, and he's catching punches and he's moving out the way. Maybe not just completely out the way of the punches, but he's getting glazed enough where he's not catching the full impact of punches. So I think that's gonna play a factor, and I think that even though Boo Boo gonna be winning the fight in the first 4 or 5 rounds, 6 rounds, I think he's gonna take a lot of damage to do it, and it's gonna take a lot of work by him trying to stay on his feet. And I think that the second half of the fight, he's gonna slow down. When he slow down, David Benavides is gonna continue to work. But I will say this for our betting people out there, I think in the first 3 rounds, Boo Boo gonna get a flash knockdown. He gonna get knocked down. Boo Boo gonna get a flash knockdown. David Benavides is gonna put him on his tail. So I think that's like 14-1. So if you want to put a little change on that, $5 gets you $90 in the first 3 rounds. If if Boo Boo get knocked down in the first 3 rounds, I really like that bet. But I think even with him getting knocked down and losing that round 10-8, I think he'll still sweep 4 of the first 5 rounds and be up by 3 points. But I think the second half of the fight, David Benavides will come forward, his hand speed, he'll start catching Boo Boo. I don't think he's gonna make it the whole fight. I think it'll be an 11-round stoppage. It could get the decision, but I think I'm gonna go with David Benavides for 11-round stoppage in this fight.
Yeah, that's how we see it, man. Well, let's go in the comment section if you agree with us, man. If you got Boo Boo Andrade winning, please tell me how you got that happening, because I did films that I cannot find any way, shape, or form that I see Boo Boo Andrade. He don't have the power to hurt Benavides, in my opinion.
That's the problem.
But we could be wrong. I mean, we boxing is boxing, man. It's a sport. Yeah. You never know until somebody get hit, or you never know till they're actually in the ring with each other. Styles makes fights. But you got anything else to add to this conversation?
I think we covered it all.
But with that being said, man, this is most definitely your favorite channel, man, CTB. It's Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy, Jay Slay. Say peace to him, man.
All right, everybody, remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. But most of all, God, peace and love. And we out of here. Take care.
Chin Tuck Boxing, baby.